Good morning, ladies. My name is and welcome to the final part of What If Deku Had Her as a Girlfriend. And so, yeah, part 3. So, where we left off, Zuko beats All Might, or no, All for One, and the, yeah, and they all go home. They hanged out. Um, the, yeah, and she still flirts with him. And yeah, she still trains harder than him because she has to catch up with her boyfriend's power level, or else she thinks to herself that he might leave her behind. He might think that she's weak. But then one day, or the very next day, she told, or no, she was about to walk out, out as he was the one woke, or they were walking to UA, as he knew that she thinks that he might leave her there because she was weak and all that stuff. But then he brought it up. I would never leave you or anything. And I don't think that you're weak either. Okay? As he doesn't have a single regret about it. And when she thought about it real hard, she's the she's she was thinking about gonna yell at him, but then it was actually not the as he tells her that it was the just how your emotions are. Okay? You were talking in your sleep, so that's what gave it away. As she couldn't believe that he has a really good hearing of it. And she says, huh. Yeah. So then, of course, Manhattan, or actually at camp, when Zuko got kidnapped before, Manhattan, or actually, she tells him that he, or that he, or no, she makes a deal with him that if that pink skin, pink hair with horns, if Mina tries to spy on me and Zuko, go ahead and hunt her all you like. Okay? As Grapefruit Kid is happy when he heard that. Uh, yeah, when he was happy to hear that they or that she would do that for him. Yeah. So then the dorms were implemented before as they went in to their bedrooms as Mina doesn't want to be sleeping with that grapefruit kid. Yeah. Or getting touched by him. Yeah. So then they were like doing their things. And of course, Zuko and her were sleeping in the same bedroom, the same bed because they're dating and yeah. So then she ends up, or actually, Mina did the same thing again. And yeah, let's say she got touched by Mad because she used her own power to access or access Zuku's powers, and she made a pocket universe where it is like endless. It's kind of like the spawn kill, like you who like every time or endless loop thing. Well, turns out she accessed it and she threw or she handcuffs the Mina as yeah, basically told or walked over to Grapefruit one as Grapefruit was still awake. He he was playing with his toys things, just like regular, just to fight off his boredom. As she comes out of nowhere with a handcuffed Mina with a red ball in the Mina's mouth, as she tells owns him. So of course she told him that he kept or she kept his or kept the promise. As he turns and he's grinning from one ear to the other. And she made a portal by using Zuku's power. And she also created a special one, like special arrow, called Solid. No, Molest. Yes. And she stuck it right in the like arm of Mina as Mina's eyes are started to. And yeah, so this is like a this is what I'm gonna tell you guys. The two things that does fuse together, or that sometimes gets mixed up, is love arrows in this what if. They go into, or once it's injected into a person, usually under normal circumstance, they only last 3 or 4 days. But in if they get tossed into the infinite loop, home, home, it would have been like it would be endless. Like basically, there's no end in sight because it keeps resetting it all the time. So, yeah, as she tells him, "Ready?" as he as she throws Mina in. Of course, the grapefruit kid was prepared for it. As they went to town, like basically, she threw Mina into the portal. Manetta, or actually, Manetta walks with Mina into that portal, and yeah, that would be the last time they ever, as she tells herself that the that's that now, and she goes right back to sleep. As she's spooning in Zuko, yeah. So basically, two things is happening in the morning. The they all like woke up and they asked, "Where's Mina and that grapefruit kid?" As they all like don't know even know, but then only person that does know is her. She knows where they are, as she doesn't like tell them that she knows. And in that endless loop thing, Mina, I think that's her name is Mina, producing endless kids. Yeah, they're once they like leave the or the that infinite loop thing, they would probably be having infinity kids, basically like infinite kids, like 28,000. Yeah, the entire army. Yeah, that looked like this guy from some what would look like that. Some would look like more human than others. So yeah, only as Invisible Girl asks, as Zuko could sense that her or his boy, no, his girlfriend, as like after school, they, of course, he asked her, where did they go? And she says, oh, Mina got what she deserves. As she says, I used your power to send her into a little portal. As he knew what she says, but it's just as she comes out with, I send her and that grapefruit kid into an infinite loop. Man, as she says, man, you want to see the look on Mina's face when I threw her in? Mm-hmm. Because, as she says, because she deserves it. As Zuko says, for what? Well, she tried to spy on us, too. And she knew that you and I are cute couple, and she wanted to see what we do. So that's what she got. As he doesn't even say anything. And as she's like, probably Mina will probably have more kids when she comes out of there. Yeah. As he says, you probably knew what I was gonna probably say. And she says, you were sleeping, and if I asked you when you were sleeping, I didn't want to disturb you. So, at least it's okay. You were trying to do. No. So, yeah. So, basically, one, or like, they wanted to know who. As Zuko says, or says that the Mina and that grapefruit kid probably ended up with each other's, because someone, as Zuko looks at her, didn't let me take care of it. As she understands that he's kind of upset at her for not telling her that, or no, she is or no, he's upset at her for not telling him to take care of it. As, yeah. So they asked, where did they go home? Hmm? As they asked her, her, as she says, well, first of all, I know that some people would rather they don't deal with if people that peeps on their friends when they have girlfriends. As she says, so I didn't want to disturb Zuko. He was sleeping, and I decided, because I used his power, or to, when he was sleeping, to basically, because Mina, like, peeped in, and I told her when we were at camp that if she ever peeps again, her and Netter will be in the relationship permanently, aka Infinity World. So, as she taps her fingers, as she says, they're doing the deed, that dirty deed from usually, or of course, yeah, after the, the marriage thing, before they even have kids. As where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So they're like, yeah. And don't worry, Zuko, can you let him out? Sure. As Zuko lets him out, as there was about 50, or actually not 50, 60 kids, 30 boys, and 20 girls. Or no, 30 boys, 30 girls. Like, yeah, I said 30. Yeah, as they couldn't believe it. That makes 60. 6, 0. Yeah. As they were like, man. As Mina has, like, it looked like she went from being this, hence, to being her brain fried and, like, yeah. And my dad's had drool came out of his mouth, like usually does when he sees girls. Yeah. There was about another, or of course, Mina was when another kid came. As they're like, man, as he doesn't like tell them, mm, or so, yeah. has... It's a weird ship, I know. But Mina with grapefruit was kind of funny. So then, after that whole incident happened, then ball throw, or dodgeball, and then overhaul. I'm skipping those. And so then Class A and Class B had their thing. Of course, or Class B student said that just one of your, or both classmates, decided to have a kid. Huh? Yeah. And, of course, Mina was the, yeah. He was at the hospital. And so now there was 31 boys and 30 girls. Yeah. And they tried to make sure that her brain isn't like fully gone. And she's like, or she keeps rumbling over her words of more, more, more. Yeah. Her brain is like gone. Basically, that's how it is. And that, my friends, of course, then they were 18 or over 18. She gets married to Zuko. And they wanted to go through that same process. What she did with, like, instead of throwing Mina or any students in the thing. So her and Zuko went into there together, and they came out with 100 kids. 50 boys, 50 girls. Yeah. And, yeah. So, in order to keep... So, Zuko uses his power to create a separate, like, pocket universe. So, they spend more time in the pocket universe. Like, they built their own houses and, yeah. So, they come and go as they please. And, yeah. They became pro-heroes. And Zuko and her have that ability as they go grocery shopping and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, they stayed so young. Like, she stays as that, Zuko stays as himself, but they're like 100 years old. Or they could be 100 years old. And they're immortal, because Zuko made them immortal. So, yeah. So, please leave a like, share, subscribe. And sorry for that immature thing almost towards the end of this What If. I just wanted to add something to punish Mina. In my opinion, Mina needs to get punished for, like, being that weird and Manetter at the same time. So, yeah. So, if you like this, how I did the ship between, it's SHIPPING, between her and Grapefruit, please leave a like, share, subscribe, do all that fun things. So, bye.